Are we live? Are we live right now? Did it work? This is where I logged out. Very confused for a second because I logged in with my camera account a moment ago. Ah, we're here. All the knobs have been twisted, all of the dials have been set. I believe that I have successfully set up a live stream, having not done so for a week and a few days, right? Yeah, a week and a fair few days. Actually, no, we did an extra one, didn't we? So maybe just like a week and a day or two? Ooh, I got lots of stuff here. What on earth was I doing before? I'm gonna keep... I don't even know... Let's just go and play Minecraft, peeps. So welcome back, everyone, to another live stream. I haven't played Minecraft for a week. I usually find when I sit down at the computer and play again after a break, it feels really weird. So far, not feeling that disorientation, but I have been on a skiing vacation. My friends, I love skiing. It is wonderful. It is beautiful. I didn't get to go last year. The 2 years before that, though, I went. And I went this year over New Year's Eve. And it was fantastic. I had a wonderful time. An absolutely wonderful time. Hope you enjoyed it, X, says Woodin. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. I'm going in the wrong direction. I'm thinking it's demise. I was heading to the graveyard. I did enjoy it. It was lovely. Cold Frozen Yeti says skiing is epic. It is epic. I took my GoPro with me and filmed going down the slopes, and I took my camera with me and took lots of pictures. And I might go through them and share some of it. I don't know, really. I'm just going to, you know, like, see what's there. I didn't go into it with like a YouTuber mindset, like, it's got to make a video. Like, no. I just went there and, you know, had fun recording stuff. And I can't wait to watch it back. It's good. Can you do stunts? Says it's Meham Stare B. I cannot do stunts. I mean, I can do a little bit of what I call manual skiing, which is where you just ski on one leg, you know, and put the other one up in the air kind of thing. But that's probably about it, and that's just a trick that I made up. I don't even know if that's a real thing in the world of skiing. I don't even know. Pixel fan with fake account says use the saturator in Hermitland. Oh yeah, here's the thing. I'm still a Christmas Yeti. No, don't moan at me. Don't moan at me. It's still Christmas. Shut up. Happy New Year, says R3. Indeed, Happy New Year, everyone. 2020. It's made me excited. A new decade. Don't say, oh no, it's not a new decade until 2021, okay? I have never heard of the decades I've been through. I've never heard this point of, oh, actually, the decade starts a year later. But now, because of the internet, someone made a video, right? So I saw all these messages about, oh no, don't you know, the new decade actually starts in 2021. And then I saw that there was a YouTube video where someone sort of explained that there wasn't a year zero, and if a decade is 10 years, then technically... right, there every 1 year elapsed. And now all these smarty pants out there are repeating them. Oh, the internet. I am going to count decades by the year before the last one changing. Look, I can do this right here. Okay, zoom in with your eyes. When that number changes there, that to me is a decade, okay? Alright, let's not make it any more complicated. Now, I got a hot cup of tea. I haven't had a proper cup of tea like this in a while because I've been on a holiday and there was different things available. Let's also read some noises in the air. I see lots of noises since we started. Let's have a look. We got Cuplex resubscribing for 33 months saying, woo, welcome back, X. Thank you, Cuplex, my friend. I hope you'll be here in the next few streams because we're going to be playing some modded Minecraft. And I've always appreciated your help. And your patience with derpy old X. Garvand Dragon is here for 6 months. We got Shawnee X for 11 months saying, yeah, boy, nearly 1 year. Indeed. And Cuplex is gifting us up to Graceful for 9 months. That's a Twitch baby right there. Thank you ever so much, Cuplex, for gifting the sub, supporting the community. Thank you, Grace, for all you do in the Plotwell community and for subscribing over here. Appreciate it. Shawnee YX has gifted subs. Thank you ever so much, Shawnee, for gifting those subs. Estellion for 22 months. Look at that. That's awesome. I'm not... Of all the random subs we've had, I don't think I've seen someone gifted a sub who has had probably higher than, like, 2 or 3 months, but also a moderator or like a VIP. That's cool. That's cool. And Estellian, thank you for being here. I appreciate all you do in chat. Jimmy J, OO, Nero429, and Kiaya Gaming also on Salma. So if you just heard your name read out, be sure to say thanks to Shawnee YX. Now we are 5 minutes into the stream. I know actually this tea is too hot, but I'm so tempted. So tempted. X, are you ever going to remove this skin? Says listen here, look. Now you listen here and look at my skin, okay? Right? I put this skin on last Christmas and I never took it off for the whole year. Okay, I was dedicated and committed. Don't say I'm lying. Don't go and watch old videos. No, don't watch videos from the summer. I always wear this skin. I will never change it. Right, I want to put some fence gates between this. That's what I want to do. I feel like I just need to start doing a little something. Maybe a little bit of bone meal in this grass area here. I'm going to go set up our... Now, which one is flat? Ha! I was right. This is flat. Bam. Put that down over here and we'll go. Goodness me, all of a sudden looking at 3D stuff feels strange. And we'll go around, chop out the tall grass, chop out the roses, and I think we'll have this area looking good. So we got Paval resubscribing for 4 months saying Happy New Year, hope that this year is better than the last. Indeed, but I can't complain. 2019's been amazing. I'm just a happy chappy, you know. George Philos is here for 4 months saying, hey X, how you doing? I love the song, by the way. The pre-stream music today we had I Killed a Drowned and the Drowned Dropped a Trident. Forgive me for not knowing who made what songs, but that was by JC the Fluteman, I believe. Then we had, was it An Englishman in YouTube by Izuku? Maybe I put the Ellie Beatmaker remix on, I can't remember. And then we had the Hermit Gang song. I am going to sort out those songs so they display the names of who made them properly. And you can go find them and give them thumbs up on YouTube and all that cool stuff. That is part of my list of things to do. So while I've been away skiing, I've been making a massive list of stuff I'm going to do in January. If you don't know, I'm taking a break from doing regular content on YouTube. If there are snapshots, I will make them. If there is some sort of video inspiration idea that I have, I will do it. Because... I'm not saying no to making videos, I'm just giving myself this sort of time at home to work on the house, doing some decorating here, and do lots of little jobs that have sort of been building up over the year, and try and get through my list of things that I sort of need to do. And I've chosen January to do that, and I'm looking forward to it. And I want to make sure every day is efficient and effective. I don't want to find myself procrastinating too much with this time that I give myself, so building a big list to figure all of this stuff out, you know. And we'll be streaming during this time as well. That beacon's got to go. I'm sorry, False, your beacon is getting dismantled. I just don't know when, because... Like, when is a good time to dismantle a beacon? I will dismantle it and find out, oh, I've got to do some digging, do I? I've got to do some digging right now. That's usually how it goes. Beautiful music right here. Loving this piano. Sleepy Peanut is here for 25 months, and I hope you had a nice homogeny. I don't know what a homogeny is. I've heard that word many times. Or is it Hog Manny? I'm not sure. Sleepy Peanut, thank you ever so much. X Turgress is here subscribing with Amazon Prime. Canuck87 is here with a regular subscription. So is Scorpy Love. Thank you to all of you for your support. And Zodiac Siren is here for 9 months. Twitch Baby saying 9 months. Some of the absolute best months of my life, thanks to you. I was just accepted into my first SMP just last Friday. Thank you so much, X from Zodi. That is fantastic news. Congratulations. And I appreciate the lovely message. I appreciate your support. And hope you'll be here for another 9 months for 2 Twitch babies. No, I'm messing with you. Ender Gamer Hun says, hey X, what are you planning to do in this stream? Great question. I just want to keep like working on the Concorp area really. And we're kind of close to being done. We've just got to finish a little bit of the line here. Probably not going to go into too much detail around the bottom of this line that we've built. And just going to wrap the place up. I mean, we've literally just wrapped up this area here with a little bit of bone meal. It's all it needed. Maybe I could go, excuse me, maybe I could go grab some saplings or certain types of flowers to put in that area, but it kind of feels like it's got all it needs at the moment, which is cool. So now what are we looking for? Something to go between the lines. We did grindstones. I'm wondering, maybe like Something that no, things don't attach to the grindstone, right? I think we'll probably leave that as is, and then we just need, yeah, fence gates just seem like the thing that comes to mind. I don't think I really want to rummage around gazillions of blocks trying to figure out some wonderful creation that just doesn't come to mind. You know, like, what I would normally do is go into a creative world and just have a look at the menu and see all the different blocks in the game. And sometimes something pops out and you're like, oh, that'll do. Now, I don't think I have a lot of oak wood. Might be wise to think about how much wood I've got. In fact, I brought jungle wood over here with me. Here we go. Might make sense to use some of this stuff, right? I think I'm going to go with jungle wood here. Instead of those oaky ones. Very good. And we've got 2 from there. Now I need a crafting bench. Here it is in my inventory. Isn't that fantastic? Toribo says, where did you go skiing, X? And maybe the most important question, how many times did you fall? Ah, well, you're going to be satisfied with my answer. I went skiing in the Southern Alps. Not very good at French and remembering the names and stuff in foreign languages, so can't give you specifics. But it was a really nice resort. Loved it. Had a great time there. And I fell over like on the first day. You know, I can't really remember it because it wasn't a big deal kind of thing, but I definitely fell over a couple of times. Maybe just once or twice. Nothing major, nothing bad. Okay. Second day, I also had a wobble and fell over after pretty much getting through most of the day without crashing or anything, right? You know, first day back, haven't done it in 2 years. Kind of getting used to it. Second day, still getting used to it, but doing better. Third day, really started to get into it. Started cruising down the slopes, going down the reds. And at this resort, they had some like little fun slopes where you basically kind of go down grooved, pre-designated lanes, like little tracks that go left and right and then over bumps. And we were having fun going down one, and I wanted to go down it a little bit faster. And I probably went a little bit over my my speed limit, let's say, because I went over these bumps. I was trying to get my speed up so I could do a little jump. And I didn't really kind of like hit the jumps as I wanted to, but when I came around to the next corner, okay, there was like this big groove in the middle of the track, and the last time I hit that corner I was at a much more sensible speed to maneuver myself around it, and I kind of like looked at it knowing this is bad. I couldn't slow down. I tried my very best to, and I just hit the groove in the middle of the thing, and I just went face first into my skis. It's what I remember. It all happens so quickly when you like fall over. I went face first into my skis, and my chest hurt a little. I kind of like hit my chest, I'd hit my arm, my neck, like, but I basically got up straight away, went and grabbed my skis so they weren't on the slope. Then I sat down and I thought, okay, I don't feel great, but I don't feel terrible. And I kind of had a feeling at the time that I'd be alright, and I was. I had a bit of a sore neck, like a bit of a strain in my neck, but I know how to stretch those muscles. Had a pain in my shoulder where it hit the ground, and a bit of a pain in my rib. But they all went after like 2 days. And I could just continue for the rest of the day. Obviously, you know, after that I was going kind of slow. My my pride was bruised, as you might say, that kind of thing. Like my confidence took a hit, that kind of thing. Not really pride, more like confidence. And so I just spent the rest of the day, you know, being a bit like, oh, man, I was doing so good, and then I kind of like went out of control. Anyway, that was day 3. I had my GoPro on me at the time. I just didn't happen to record because I'd already recorded going down that thing. Otherwise, you'd have a video of me just going boom, 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 into the snow, and it would have been hilarious. And you know what? This is spruce. That is jungle. That is absolutely fine. Don't even worry about it. Don't you worry about it. Okay, I'm kind of happy with that. I think that we need some more cha-cha trapdoors just over here, or maybe we don't. Now, I think it probably looks best if we get a cha-cha trapdoors going all the way up to the top here. So let's go and make those, and then put them in. So yeah, day after that didn't crash. Day 5 didn't crash, and I was starting to go down reds again. And day 6 went down a lot of reds all day. Actually, on day 5 I did crash, okay, but it was because me and my dad, who I went with, were talking about carving, and we were trying to do this carving technique, and I just stacked it every time I tried. And we were sort of like not even going down the slope, we were just sort of stationary, kind of like trying to do the turn. And then day 6 I stacked it, but it was one of those ones that felt like it kind of didn't really count. I was going along, you know, down a blue, relatively slow, and the visibility wasn't great, and I just hit something with my left foot that really took the ski out of control. It must have been like a lump of snow that was quite solid and icy that didn't really present itself visually, because you're always looking at where you're going, so you know what kind of snow you're going to hit. And it just took me off my skis. I fell on my side, nothing bad, didn't hurt myself, and it was kind of annoying because I was like, I didn't even see that. But you know, I wasn't being reckless, I was in control, I just hit something. I also can't remember what I came over here for. Oh yeah, now I do, now I remember. Those beauties right there, we need some machacha, some chichi-chacha, that's what we need. So yeah, there's more stuff about skiing I could tell you. The weather, for example, absolutely beautiful. Perfect skiing conditions. The only thing I'd say is visibility was not perfect, as you might have guessed from what I said literally just a moment ago. Where's the... Wait, I just put it down here. There we go. I need that as well. So yeah, basically, no clouds. It was cold, but not terribly cold. It was sort of the right temperature to keep the snow snowy, but not make it icy, you know, which is just wonderful. So nothing but sun all day long. However, because it was December, January, it meant that the sun was kind of low, and because of that, visibility was a little bit on the poorer side. Sometimes you'd be going down a slope and you couldn't really get a feel for what the snow was like visually. You just had to kind of feel it with your skis, which is not ideal, but not terrible either. Oh. So yeah, great skiing holiday. We got Dragon King 685 here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Cern Payon is here for 10 months saying, hello X, I wish you a very happy 2020. Likewise, I wish you all a wonderful 2020. Let's make it a great decade, you know. Binky Quack is here, gifting 5 subs. Binky, thank you ever so much for supporting the community. DOS87, ASFD, FHG, JWFSDGS, that one rolls off the tongue. Chai Shy, Stickman Sam, and User Bob Free, you're all now subscribers thanks to Binky Quack. Thank you for supporting the community here, truly do appreciate it. Let's have a sip of tea. We're 18 minutes in and that tastes good. Lovely. Whew, alright, let's continue. We're putting in trapdoors for the sake of consistency. Gotta love that consistency. Right. Only a few more to place. What else would you like to know about my skiing vacation? I don't know. I don't know what kind of questions you have, but I'd be happy to tell you all about it while it's fresh on my mind. Do I have any more of those trapdoors? I think I'm just going to leave this bit like so. And now we just need to make sure all the rails are powered, which I believe they are, with exception to a couple around the corner. What about the food, says Ryachol. Okay, so food and where we were staying. Now, there's many different ways to do, like, staying at a place. And we did, like, it was a family-run place. Which, it was quite different from what we were used to. There was not a lot of communication. And I could say this is a bad thing, but I think everything turned out alright. No hot water for showering. No room service, so... They basically cleaned your room and changed your sheets after the week, which when you stay at other places is like usually they change your towels every day and change the sheets and clean up a little bit. None of that, which, like I said, not really a big deal, just you don't usually get that. And when it came to food, we didn't really have any communication as to what was available, but basically every day there was breakfast, and in the evening there was like communal meals. Everyone was sitting at tables and they would pass down trays of food. And it was a little bit on the light side for someone like me who eats a lot of food. But the meals were actually really good. It was just the whole unpredictability of it that at first kind of made us feel like, oh, what are we in for here? Like, you know, no hot water, no room service. By room service, I mean cleaning. You know, nothing luxurious. It felt like it was going to be a bit on the ropey side, but everything worked out all right. It was all good. Room was kind of small, but you know, doesn't matter. You're there to ski, right? One of the things about going on a skiing holiday for me is it's not about like living in luxury or anything like that. It's about going there for a good old ski, and yeah, the rest of it don't really matter too much. Can we force a tall one like this? No. Here's me learning all these techniques and making tutorials and then just forgetting about it later on. We got the bone meal sorted out. We just need, I think a glass block can do it. But yeah, the food was actually really great. There were a couple of really good dishes. Like we had a gnocchi pasta bake type thing. That was gorgeous. Some classics like fish and chips, but also some French cuisine as well, which was really nice. I really enjoyed everything I ate. I'm not a fussy eater, basically. I did have a crepe out on the slope. It was sort of like one of these pre-cooked ones, so it wasn't anything terribly fancy. And I'm trying to remember what I'm doing half the time. Sort of picturing it all in my head. You see, it's distracting. Let's actually do this with torches. I have way more success with torches. The other thing I had was like a plate of chips. So I'll tell you what I enjoyed most was having a salad. I love salads. I had a couple of salads out on the slopes, and oh, jeez, I need an axe. They were gorgeous. Did you crash or hurt yourself, says Philions? I described the crash that I had a while ago. So you must have just tuned in. Yeah, I had a pretty, probably looked really bad kind of tumble, but I came out fine from it, and it was a learning lesson. I know, we need axe. We need the axe. Let's grab that axe. There it is, beautiful. We got Dit Hill subscribing with Amazon Prime, Mr. Bredamus for 24 months, 2 years right there. That's a diamond face in chat? No, it's a goldie face. No, it's a diamond face. Saying Happy New Year, Mr. X. Here's to full year of awesomeness. Thank you ever so much, dude. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. We've got FW Games for 14 months. Thank you, FW Games, for your support. It is appreciated. Where did you go? I went to the Southern Alps. 2 flips, Sam. Canuck says ski or snowboard, did he say? Skiing. I went on a skiing holiday to do skiing. I'm not really a fan of snowboarding. Reason being that, well, do you know what? It's not like I'm not a fan. Snowboarding's cool and everything, but I think if you were to go on a skiing trip and you're like a beginner and you're picking between the two, snowboarding is probably more likely to turn you off from the experience. It's so much slower to learn, and you fall on your bum a lot. Whereas skiing, you know, a week of good practice, and you'll be going down blues like easily. Snowboarding takes a lot longer, a couple of weeks, maybe longer than that. I'm not sure, but all the stories I've heard about snowboarding is that it's a lot harder to get into, even though it looks cooler. Now, snowboarding looks cooler, but like, skiing is amazing as well. It might look a bit more casual and leisurely, but like when you learn how to bomb it down a slope, it's brilliant. I love it. We found some really good reds, and the best time of day to ski for me was sort of like beginning to mid. Sometimes in the morning, the freshly bashed pistes, as they call them, and you have snow bashers that go on and make the surface all flat. They're a little bit icy, a little bit choppy, and that can be a bit troublesome for me. But then about midday they soften up and you get lots of nice fluffy snow on it, and it's lovely. Do you know what? I think I'm just going to leave that. That'll do. One tree. And then in the afternoon, a lot of the slopes get chopped up and they're really kind of mixed all over the place. You've got like lumpy stuff and icy stuff appearing all over the place, and that's when I struggle the most with skiing. I really kind of like slopes I were going down no problem in the morning. I just struggle when the surfaces are so like icy and then choppy, and yeah, it's kind of hard to describe. Like if you've been skiing, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But when it was the morning, we found some reds where the skiing slopes were just perfect, and I was bombing down it, absolutely bombing down it. It was really great, getting some good technique going. Is a red the equivalent of a black for ski slopes? Because I've never heard of a red hill. Apparently in the States it's all done differently from over here in Europe. In Europe you have green, blue, red and black. Green will be sort of very easy, gentle slopes. Blue's a little bit more steep. Red's steeper still and black's the steepest. But one of the important things about a slope is its width. So if the slope is really wide, a blue might be steeper because width allows you to slow down and it makes it easier if you're not as experienced. If it's narrower, it becomes harder. So a narrow black would be one of the worst ones you could do. Mr. Maxis says green slopes are usually roads. Yeah, we had some lovely winding ones that went through the trees. So the slope of a road going through the mountains is the equivalent to that of, you know, a green slope. So they sort of convert them. In the summertime, they're roads leading up to the mountains for people to go walking and exploring. And then in the skiing season, when all the snowlands, they become skiing routes. And we had some really great ones that you could go around. And I think I recorded it, and you know what, I might end up uploading something. We'll see what happens. OX44H says, in your 2 channel, you said that you'll play modded Minecraft in January. Yeah, I'm going to be playing modded Minecraft tomorrow. Tomorrow's when I plan on starting it. I think that we're done here now. We laid down some grass, we put down a tree. I think if there's anything left to do, it's power those rails, tidy up those chests, maybe do something over the other side of this area. Let's have a look. So it's kind of alright, you know, it doesn't need a crazy amount of detail, that's fine. It matches up with everything else going on around here, so that's terrific. Round the back here we've got the area that we did for a video. Now this here could probably do with some grass, and I just put the bone meal away. Terrific. So we're going to put grass over here, and then this area 1 or 2 trees. That's about it, I think. A couple of trees, some grass, and tidy up the chests. That is our job as of right now. So I just need bone meal, really. The thing that I just put away. What a derp. What an absolute derp. Unsubscribe. Thank you for streaming, X. This is the only thing keeping me awake right now, says Infinite Lithium. Well, welcome to stream, dude. It is a pleasure as always. Cold Frozen Yeti says unsub. That is the attitude. That is the attitude, my friend. We got that kid Eric for 2 months. Saying 2 months. Thank you, that kid Eric. It's that kid Eric. Pete Mupp is here, subscribing with the Prime. Thank you ever so much for your tremendous support, peeps. To all of you as well, just tuning in, I appreciate you being here and watching and listening. It is a pleasure to stream. Have I missed it while I've been away? I'm not going to lie, I haven't. I had such a great skiing holiday. It was wonderful, and I'm happy to be back, happy to be streaming. But you know, I think I just needed a bit of like getaway time. I feel like my brain just sort of readjusted itself a lot while I was away. So it's good to have a break. Why do you get rid of the flowers? Says It's Me, Astrid. When you get rid of the flowers, it kind of looks to me like a little bit more care has been put into the area. Just without, not even care. Like when you leave the flowers, it kind of says you've gone around and bone mealed this area. And I don't really like the look of that. So I always like to get rid of the flowers because then the grass looks a bit more natural, let's say. It looks a bit more like it's intended, as opposed to, you know, you've bone mealed that to kind of make the big bland blob of grass a little less interesting. Oh, sorry, a little more interesting. I don't know how that sentence started. Does Asuma read donations or anything from the chat? Says My Big Weenus. You know, I like to read chat, and I don't like my donations to be an exchange for reading a message. I'd like it if someone wants to donate, they want to do it because they want to support the channel. That's why there is like a barrier of entry for donations and for cheers and bits. And what I want to do is read anyone's message, so there's no like pay barrier, if you like, right, for communication. However, as you might notice, I do want to acknowledge people that support and donate, so I do therefore end up reading theirs. But, you know, as I said, I express this so you'll understand it. And I waffle on a lot, so I don't read chat as much as I intend to, but it is something I'm always working on, right? So, on that note, what we shall do is read some more of chat. How big can your weenus be? I have a normal elbow skin. Let's not go down this road, peeps, okay? Let's not go... Why did I... Of all the messages I could have picked, I read that one. Oh, this path ends, by the way, because there was going to be like a water tower in this area, but Cub never built that, so it kind of just ends. And I don't think there's really anything I'm going to do here. I think I'm just literally going to leave it like that. An unfinished story. Hey, maybe one day you'll be playing on the world download, although you won't because of Season 6 Xfinity. It never ends. And you might be building some stuff over there yourself. I don't know. What is word with the wrong weenus? And I didn't get to read whoever posted that because it was at the top of the screen. Why do I read the message at the top of the screen? There's nothing wrong with the word weenus. Jeez. I'm just saying. Let's not go down that road. We got Sir Thanks a Lot, who likes to thank and cannot lie, for 42 months saying, "Good morning, X. Just saw your break announcement. You deserve it. Take your time. Do what you like. Still looking forward to watching your videos in the future." Thank you, man. I appreciate the support. As I said in that video, it didn't feel like a necessary break. Like, it wasn't like a, I need a break. It was just like, do you know what? I think I should take the time and just give this a try, right? There's all this talk. Well, I know burnout is not a problem for me on YouTube. I have well and truly managed myself mentally with what I do on YouTube. It's not really a problem, something like burnout for me. I'm just going to throw that away. I'm just going to throw it away forever. Wastage. Oh, we're not actually done here, are we? I need some more bone meal because we've got to do the other side and grow a tree. So I've started packing away again. Oh, never learn, do I? And we're going to take down that beacon. That's another thing we're going to do. Let's wander over this way. Totally forgot my train of thought. Sir, thanks a lot. Thank you ever so much. Appreciate it. Crazy Dad Damo is here for 6 months saying, "Morning, X. Good morning to you as well. Appreciate you." We got Chosen Architect raiding us with a party of 165. Chosen Architect, thank you ever so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Your name is ringing bells in my head, and I feel terribly, terribly annoyed that I can't quite connect the dots. Chosen, please tell me what you're up to over on your stream. See, look, this looks like I bone mealed it, which I did. That's why we get rid of the flowers. And, oh man, I feel like I can even see like an image in my head, like a channel logo or something. I'm just gonna look it up because I don't want to be an ignoramus here, okay? My brain is failing me. Chosen Architect. I believe you may have raided me before, or I raided you, or something like that. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm gonna get copy striked on. Oh, I know you. We spoke on Discord. Yes. Okay, Chosen Architect. Thank you ever so much for the raid, dude. I appreciate that, and thank you for chatting to me about modded Minecraft. Yes, so I was Pixel Riffs. I asked Pixel. Was it Pixel? I asked someone. I'm like, "You're into modded. Like, what's the best to play?" And they're like, "I'm not into modded, but this person is." And I was like, "Oh yeah, you're not." Oh, I don't know. I think it was Pixel Riffs. God, I'm such an idiot. So I was asking, yeah, for some help. That was it. I remember. Yeah. Thank you so much for chatting to me, dude. I picked the pack I want to play. I had a look at the few. Look at the one you recommended as well. I still might change my mind though. I'm definitely going to put more time into it before I start tomorrow. There you go. Chosen Architect in chat. Riffs is a friend of mine. Yeah, so he put me in touch with you, and I appreciate you chatting to me about the old modded Minecraft. I go through like a love-hate with modded Minecraft. I think I'm supposed to do it there. That's the trick that I missed. Yeah. Now we've got a weird tree where these leaves might not decay. I kind of go through like a love-hate thing with modded, and I just feel like I'm sort of ready to play again. But every time I play it, I try and do it in a way where I don't fall back into that hating it. And I think I've got the right thing in my head that I want to do this time. I want to play less modded with the mod pack, which sounds kind of weird. More vanilla, which is something I've said in the past, but I feel like I've got the right frame of mind to do it. Sort of going to be focusing on base and environment when I play, like trying to like make the Minecraft experience immersive, like it is here. Like, you know, if you think about what we've done, we haven't in these live streams. We don't build mod farms. We don't do anything in vanilla that might be the equivalent of something in modded, you know, technical, we can just decorate the area, and it feels fantastic to do that, to make this world that we play in and live in kind of come to life. And so I want to do that with my modded project. I want to get a base in mind. It's kind of what I did in Hermitcraft and Fullcraft, and those have been some of my better playthroughs of modded. And so then when we start doing the techie stuff, it's more about just trying to learn a little bit, trying to advance what we're doing a step, and not get caught in that modded sort of hole of, oh, I need to make this thing, to make that thing, to make this thing. It's going to be more about, hey, I've got these blocks, let's build with them. And then, oh look, there's this thing in modded that can make what we're doing a little bit easier. Let's go do that and then do some more building. That's sort of my my strategy. Now what's... I think if I do that, it might grow a little quicker. Are you going to use all of my bone meal cheese? Okay. Everyone to a petition to do elbow reveal, says 69 Hype Beast. I mean, there's more than just elbows available for you on my second channel. I put plenty of videos out there of me playing guitar. And that is something I've got to do in January. Chosen Architect in chat says, totally understandable. That's what kitchen sink packs are all about. Kitchen sink packs are the ones that have actually turned me off of modded the most, I think. But it's really about how you play it. I kind of like packs that teach you or have a bit of a theme, I think. I think I'm the sort of player that gets lost in a kitchen sink pack. Because I just get lured into thinking like I have to do all this modded stuff. When you play a pack that's a little bit more themed, at least for me, it's more like that can, you know, make your play experience a little less about going for all these mods and a bit more about enjoying the theme. But anyway, I know what pack I'm going to play, but I might change my mind. I did what I could in the busy season of December, and now that it's January, tomorrow I'll have a little bit of time to do some I've been pranked. Who did this? I don't even know what's going on here. When did this happen? Peeps, has this happened while I've been away? Oh my words. It changed the colour of it. Oh dear. Here's the other thing, by the way, about starting a modded series. I still want to play Hermitcraft, and if I'm streaming every day, maybe I'll keep doing Hermitcraft streams in between. How does that sound? Like perhaps we'll do Hermitcraft on weekends, or 2 days a week, something like that. I don't know. Let's put one more tree. Actually, you know, what are the trees doing? They're kind of breaking up this flat wall a little bit. I think I want to put one over near this sand. Maybe not put too many trees here, otherwise they become like a bit of a barrier. We have to fly around and really get a feel for it. Anyway, welcome all the raiders, by the way. Welcome over to my stream. I play vanilla Minecraft on the Hermitcraft server, and I dabble in modded from time to time. Chosen Architect says, yeah, it's really taxing keeping up with modded and vanilla SMP. Yeah, doing two at once, definitely tricky. Definitely tricky. If I'm just streaming it, which is all I'm doing at the moment, it might be a little bit easier. In the past, playing in two worlds usually means playing video making style, which for me means many, many hours of off-camera stuff, which is fine. I love doing that. But when I try and juggle both, I end up like suffering a little bit from like time management and whatnot. I mean, I'm one of these people that's got loads of energy to want to do stuff, but then I just need to manage it. When I was a teenager, I'd like find myself being bored. I can't think of anything that would bore me these days. Like, I don't know, I'm just always up for something, right? And because of what I do, that's like putting me here on Twitch and streaming and making videos, and I love it. And because of that, I don't just want to play Hermitcraft. I want to play this mod pack. I want to play that mod pack. Oh, wouldn't it be cool if I did a Bedrock series? The reality is, with the time that I have, if I try and do all the things I want to, it's gonna like fall apart. What was I even? When I start talking, sometimes I don't even remember how I got started on this. I just waffle. Waffles, ladies and gentlemen. Do you like them? Do you like the Asuma waffle? What would the Asuma waffle be? I know what it would be. It'd be peanut butter and raspberry jam on a waffle. That is the trademark Asuma waffle right there. Okay, let's fly around and check this out. Let's read the noises in the ear. Andre, 4IK3, is subscribed for 4 months. Reform Julian for 3 months in a row. Thank you so much, dude. Porky Boy has subscribed with Amazon Prime. And Chewy Whiskey Tango for 3 months. Appreciate you. All of you, ever so much. Thank you everyone for tuning in as well. Be sure to hit the follow button if you're here watching me on Twitch and you want to catch more of this in the future. If you follow me on YouTube, I won't be uploading videos for a while. Possibly. Might be doing snapshots. But anyway. We love the Asuma waffles, says Whimsy Daughter. I'm glad you do, because they happen all the time. Right, I think we have done the Concorp area. Okay, I was waffling. Who did this up here? Anyone know? Time to tell me in chat. Let's read some chat messages. All of this talk of waffles has made me remember the waffle song, says Food Flair. I've never heard the waffle song myself. That actually sounds pretty good, says Floro Ski 321. Jam and peanut butter go together great. If ever you get an opportunity for a sandwich or something like that, give it a try. We got noises in the ear from Syntax Error 37 for 35 months. Approaching 37. Oh, it's going to be satisfying, isn't it? 2 months from now, think. 37 for 37. Thank you for your support, dude. 35 months, that's over 3 years. No, it's not. It's 1 away from 3 years. Doing maths wrong in my head. Tony says, teenagers bored. Imagine that. Too much energy, too little knowledge and experience. Yeah, literally. Not having a go at teenagers. Just, you know, I've been through that. And it's like, it's weird. Being a teenager is like the time you look back on in your life and think, maybe just for me, because I was just such a terrible teenager. But like, all the guidance you'd want to give yourself. And like, it's the time to like put good ideas in your head. But like, it's also when you're most likely to be like not wanting to take anyone else's ideas and form your own identity. That's why a lot of teenagers get into like if you think of like trends and like identity things, like, you know, goths and grebos and what is it even today? I feel like the internet has mashed it all together, and you don't see these like trends of like kids doing things together. But like goths is a good example. Like, people want to find their identity, and then they like find it in this other type of culture. And like a teenage years is like when you're so susceptible to that. Not that it's a bad thing, it's just like, just describing what like being a teenager is like. Some of you here probably are. None of you here are yet to be, because of course got to be 13 to be watching on Twitch. That's a rule that we have to enforce. Just telling you. Benny Baghdadi says it's the current thing. E-boys and e-girls. I'm going to look this up then. E-boys and e-girls, because not right now. I'll do it off stream, because I want to know what the kids are into today. Because I like the idea of the internet taking away those kind of like cult groups to some extent. Like, it's just like an outside perspective on things going on. It feels like the internet has made things generally a little bit, people more accepting of one another's differences, and things are a little less compartmentalized and at ends to one another. That's just, you know, just don't see those kind of kids about that like look like they're into this thing, you know. So everyone just looks a bit more normal. Please listen to the moderators talking in chat as well about what you can say in chat. And yeah, I'm just having a little read of chat. Do you like coffee? Says I'm a Lucia. Yesterday at the airport, our flight got delayed, so I was looking over at the coffee machine. I thought Maxwell House was a tea brand, and it turned out that I had a lovely vanilla cappuccino that was gorgeous, and I'm like, man, I'm going to get me some Maxwell House. Also looked it up on my phone. The thing was 50 calories, and I was like, whoa, that is a nice little drink that's not too taxing on your counting calories. Jaquita is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Mo GTA 07041997 is here, subscribing with the Prime. And True Cool Penguin has subscribed as well. Thank you ever so much for your tremendous support, peeps. Appreciate it. Owen Davies says, who are the moderators? Great question. If you see a green sword next to someone's name, they are a moderator. Please do respect their authority. A little bit of a South Park reference there. I give them moderator status, and, the chat is their domain. And they make chat readable for me. They make the atmosphere here, better for all of us. So I appreciate you if you're listening to them. Domo the Russian says, what can I say? You're a spoon. I'm a dub, not a spoon. Don't get it twisted. What is your favourite soda? Says Sam. I don't like sodas, and if ever we bring them up on stream, I moan about them because they are non-nutritious injections of sugar that you really don't need in your diet, in my opinion. For the average person, I mean, maybe if you're diabetic and you need to lower and raise your blood sugar levels, they're probably fantastic for that. But otherwise, what are those fizzy drinks doing? They're just pumping you full of sugar and spiking your insulin, and yeah, not great, not great. If you've got weight problems and you want to change your weight, let's not even call it a problem. Let's just say, hey, you want to lose some weight or whatever. If you drink fizzy drinks on a regular basis, that's probably a great place to start losing some weight, because they just kind of wreak havoc on your body's way of dealing with all the sugar and it putting weight on your body. But should we not go into diet today? Because it seems like every stream we end up talking about this stuff. Wait, what am I getting confused about here? What's that one? Oh, there it is. Ha. That's why I'm confused, because I forgot to put it away. So anyway, my favourite drink is water, and then tea. I really like fruit juice as well. I avoid fruit juice for such a long time because it used to be that fruit juices weren't actually fruit juices, and they were like flavorings, and they had all these flavoring stuff in them that eventually people cottoned on, hey, this stuff ain't so great for you. But now, thanks to health in diet being such more of a common thing, oh, I've got a beacon, such more of a common thing to know about, products that now just do pure fruit juice are way more available. And I used to think that this brand called Innocent, is it? Used to be fruit juice that wasn't really fruit juice, but it actually turns out it's it's literally pure fruit. I like that stuff as well. That stuff's great. But yeah, when I was growing up, you didn't actually get pure fruit juice. You would get all this flavouring stuff, and so I kind of never used to drink those, but now I'm much more partial to having some fruit juice because I love fruit. Fruit's delicious. Oh man, what was that? I had some great food. Oh no, I had a fruit salad for dessert that was absolutely gorgeous. Couldn't tell you what they put in it was special. Oh yeah, and French cuisine, cooking up loads of salady stuff like cucumbers, beans, salads, and chucking it full of mustard dressing. I was loving it. I was like, mustard and salad. I did not know this was so great. It's a new thing for me. I'm going to put mustard in my salad now. I love mustard. Mustard and chips, gorgeous. What was your favourite tea? I just love about every tea I've tried, which is a lot. It's hard for me to pick a favourite, says Jaquita. I think my favourite will probably be English breakfast every day. I really like a Sam as well. And I've tried lots of different teas. I go through phases of sort of liking a particular one or not. That's my general thing, just phrases. But yeah, I just love a tea because it's such a nice, satisfying, warm drink full of flavour that's if you don't put a lot of milk in it, it's 0 calories as well, pretty much. It's just flavoured water. Satanistic Angel says, I remember when the fruit drinks I had when I was little, it was 5% fruit, 80% water and 15% sugar. Oh wow, I feel like such a boomer now. Satanistic Angel, that is exactly what I'm talking about. That's my impression of what fruit juices are. But recently I, looked through the label and sort of seen that actually no, we got products now that are, 100% made from fruit, and I love them. I'm a fruit head. It's Make that up right there. I'm a fruit head. So we'll go put that in a chest for false. I saw a chest inside a chest down there, so that'll do. Did shuffle just shuffle to nothing? It did not. It's still playing a song. That's good. That's important. We've got noises in the ear from the Jubilant Poet. Gifting a sub to Awesome Possum. Oh, thank you ever so much for doing that. Supporting someone in the community there. Awesome Possum, you now have a subscription thanks to the Jubilant Poet. Wonderful stuff. That Christopher is here for 47 months in a riggedy row. A riggedy row, not a regular row. Don't get it twisted. I've said that a couple of times today. I think I'm going to make it a thing. Don't get it twisted. I can't remember specifically where I've heard that phrase the most, but I love it. Also, is it me or did someone come around and put red over here? Oh, I've just realised what it is. Okay, who can tell me who did this over here? I want to know. I want to know who did this over here. I'm reading chat now. I want to see if anyone knows who did this. Because there's some smarty pantsers out there that know. Okay, VLO Fast, you have got a sharp mind, but you do not know. You do not actually know, but you've got a sharp mind. Okay, now Wolf with a Soul. And this is me. Yeah, quite a few. Zeraf, well done! Y7662. I mean, I feel like I need like a button every now and then to like, I don't know, give you something in return. But you have got it, my friend. Well done. Well done. It was Zeraf. It was Zeraf. Now loads of people are catching on. Hashtag blame Zeraf. Look at that little sheep face. So yeah, to make the area Christmassy, he just decided to use a texture pack. Oh, that explains so much. I wonder what else in this area was slightly different because of that. I don't know, but if we break in, peeps, you got to break in, right? Exclusive previews. That's how the colours change. So false uses purple. Oh, I see. I was going to say orange, like, but there's carpet, so that means that texture needed changing as well. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. The mystery is solved. It is a beautiful day here on planet Earth. I'm very glad that I streamed today. I was umming and ahhing about it just because I got unpacking to do, and I got a busy day ahead of myself, and I won't even get started on any jobs or unpacking pretty much until tomorrow. And so I was like, should I? No. Always a great idea to stream. How many times have I said that? False. Where is your storage area? I know it's somewhere. Let's see if I can find it without help, because I've visited a few times and just got to think about. Actually, no, maybe I really don't know. I thought you dipped into something open like this and then it was just down there in that direction. Or maybe it's higher up. This is a gorgeous base, by the way. Is it here? No. This is just a cave where bad things could spawn. Pretty sure they could. Oh well, I don't know. Through the water streams, behind the waterfalls, people are saying. You're at the right tower, says Leonide. Well, thank you for the help, Speeps. I thought I'd figure it out without, but I am in need of assistance, aren't I? Ah, what's this? Is it through there? I feel like I'm going in the right direction. There's certainly stuff. They look like slime farms. I recognise that design. When are you updating to the Buzzy Bees update, says Ending Life. Ending life? That sounds so terrible and gloomy. I don't know. I don't think we are for a while. Everyone, well, I say everyone. Some people want Optifine for updates. I have not found the way in, have I? One floor above, says Kick the Champ. Thank you. Don't kick the champ. What's with these names? Jeez. Ending, Kick the Champ. That Christopher, did I finish reading these noises in here? 47 months in a row. That's incredible, that Christopher. Good to see you back after the holidays. Got a question for you. Do you use a skin change plugin on the server? Or all those skin changing cuts all acting? Not sure what you mean by that. Skin changing is a thing that you can do to your Minecraft skin, obviously, but it's done through the Minecraft launcher. In fact, If you're not aware, the Minecraft launcher... I got no idea where I'm going. Let's just go up here. The Minecraft launcher added support for the skins, and it didn't feel like there was much of an announcement. But if you go check it out, there is a really, really good skin system now built into the Minecraft launcher. So that's how you change the skin. I don't know where it is, peeps. I'm going to give up. I'm going to give up. Someone suggested to use a portal. Good idea. Although someone else said up one more level. That would be that level there. Oh, there's a doorway. No, we did this. It's not here. It's not here. It's not here, is it? Or maybe it's like way higher up here? Nah, I can't find it. So apparently a portal goes to it. So let's go through that portal and then through Forsters. We'll figure out in a minute if we come through the portal, right? We'll be able to sort of go through it backwards after. Leo Bayoum is here for 3 months saying, love your channel, probably the only Twitch channel I like. Wow, that is an honour. Thank you ever so much. Bet you can't find me is here for 5 months saying, hey X is a bit late, but happy new year. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I've got a bottle of water here. I also want to turn around because I hear some doggies. There we go. Make sure you're hydrated, peeps. That's all I can say. Hello, Forces Pets. Greeting me here. You are plentiful. Ah! Set off a trapdoor. No, a firework. Dude! How did I miss this? Oh, I see. It was like the one floor I didn't really investigate. Wait, this even feels a bit different. Wait a minute. Hang on. I got to double, triple check this. No, there isn't another one of these. Huh. Ugh. It's gone! No! It was on... I thought the entire time it was on that side. It was on the opposite side. Well, that explains that mystery. Okay. False. You are now the proud owner of a beacon. You always were, but now you are... Now it's here. Okay, so be a proud owner. Cool. Cool. Now he's going to get lost again, says Kiki the champ. Which way is Concorp Studios? I don't know where it is, peeps. I just don't know. We'll just drift in this direction forever. Actually, we're done in Concorp Studios. We are finito. The area is now finalised. Beautiful. We didn't fill it all up like we originally planned, but 3 big studios. A gorgeous path from one area to the other. And now lots of baddies everywhere. Place we're going to work on next is over here. Kind of finishing off those sand areas. Oh no, actually, we've still got a little bit of cleaning up to do. Let's find a safe spot to land. You know, that airport would have been perfect, but whatever. Looks like those Endermen are out for a night walk, says JK Bunny. They enjoy their night walks, don't they? Mr. O Gaming says, please, an explanation of what he's working on. I just joined. You're about to find out, my friend. We're going to do a bit of tidying up. And then we're going to work on sandifying all that you see there. All that greenery needs to change. And a little bit of this building might get attended to as well. That's kind of like the next thing I wanted to do along is get that sand going. Asuma, do you know how to speak another language? Says Hindsight. I don't. I'm really bad at learning other languages and stuff like that. When I was in France, though, and people were speaking French, I started to, like, pick it up a little bit. I think it might just be, like, a getting older thing, but as I get older, I don't know, I just keep filling my head with stuff and thinking about, like, how you want to do more of that, right? And so languages have been so daunting to me in the past, whereas I had a couple of opportunities to, like, say bonjour and like merci, and yeah, it's incredibly basic, okay, but it gave me like a bit of, like, I don't know, like a sort of, I don't know, really, just like bit of a good feeling, like a boost, like, oh, you know, that was alright. Normally I'm thinking like, oh goodness me, how do you do all this? But sometimes all you have to say is something really simple. And right, let's start chucking away stuff we don't need. Anyway, so I spoke the world's tiniest amount of French on holiday, but it felt really good. And it made me think that, you know, maybe I could pick up a little bit more. But I'm a terrible learner, I know that. And yeah, I learned a few phrases of French. I mean, I was such a terrible learner. When I was younger, I dropped out of both French and German. I could barely tell the difference between them. Like, they were just so difficult. But being in the environment is so different from being in a classroom. When you're in a classroom, like textbooks and chalkboards and some teacher saying this is this word, that is that word, it just doesn't like mean anything. Whereas when, oh I see, I'll throw that away. When you're in the environment, it makes so much more sense when someone like, you see someone in the morning and they're like bonjour, and then it's just like, oh, like I get it now, right? I thought bonjour meant hello, by the way. It doesn't. It means good day, but it's, I think, the French's way of saying hello. So I don't know. It just made so much more sense to me being in the environment. And you know, merci, bonjour. What else did I? Au revoir is goodbye, and what was the other? Bon voyage, bon appetit. Like, I just sort of picked up on a few of these things, and I probably learned them years ago in a classroom, but they just didn't sink into my head at all. It was just all confusing and difficult. Stop littering, X, is Jolkip. Stop littering, yeah. Alright, what shulker boxes do I have on me? Full of space for all this junk, because I'm terrible at throwing anything away, aren't I? Let's just get it all in here and pack it all away. There we go, that'll do. I'm just going to litter it. Why did I walk over to the ocean? Why did I go over to the ocean? Oh, people are typing stuff in French to me now. It's brilliant. Au revoir, Monsieur Isuma. Okay, that's too much for me. The Monsieur word messed me up. Hey, I don't know what my point was about any of that, but it just was it was kind of like fun to actually say it to someone speaking another language and them understanding what you meant, even if it was just the most simplest phrase ever. And I never got that experience at school with languages or anything. It was always just this textbook, this word means this, that word means this, now learn it, and here's a test, and it was just so, like, it just didn't get in your head. It was just dull and uninteresting and difficult. Right, that's it. Let's drop these up, take them away. Listening to YouTubers like you helped me a lot improving my English as champ. Yeah, I get that message so often, and yeah, I'm really happy if it helps people learn. I do worry a little bit because I don't say everything correctly, but you know, language is mostly getting the gist of it. Did you learn any Italian when you went to Italy, says Francie? Not a word, actually, because everyone we ever spoke to was like not English, but could speak English. Now, if yeah, that's kind of weird. Like, not a word. It didn't even cross my mind. At least I don't remember it. Maybe, you know, maybe I did. Maybe I did a live stream about it. Maybe I was like, hey, I learned this one, I learned that one. Then I forgot. maybe like a year from now I'll be telling you, oh, we went skiing in Austria and I learned this word and that word. Don't know a word of French though. No, I think in Italy, I think I've got that right. I think it was everyone we spoke to just spoke to us in our language. And I literally off the top of my head can't think of an Italian words, like obviously pizza, you know. French in Austria, says Taribo. I derped. Give me a break. My friend told me I started talking like you. I started learning English in kindergarten but had an American accent. Now I'm starting to sound more British, says Satanistic Angel. Well, I've always noticed that, like, you know, everything you consume and everything that's going into your head is influencing you. one of the ways I first experienced that was when I moved around when I was younger. Is like different friends laughed in different ways, and I kind of noticed how my laughs would like shift to kind of match the people I were around. And if you spend a lot of time hanging out with someone, you start to like pick up some of their phrasing or mannerisms. So yeah, there's like this. I'm not going to build this tower here, by the way, anymore. I'm just going to sort out this this area. But yeah, there's you just kind of pick up things that other people do around you, right? Everything you experience influence ideas, things that you see, images, like everything's an influence on you. So it shouldn't be too surprising if you spend time watching a streamer and then you maybe pick up some of the things they do or say. One thing that I noticed, Oddman Out says digging the industrial ambient. X, I would not call this industrial music. It's like house music, but it's probably got a tinge of industrial in its percussion, maybe. But yeah, it's like ambient house, deep house, that sort of stuff. The music's great as well. I mean, at the end of the day, all these terminologies are just ways to try and describe stuff, but yeah, like I'm big into industrial music, and a bit of that janky percussion is a little on the industrial side, but it's mostly house we're listening to. Anyway, what were we saying? What were we saying? We were talking about something so interesting. Then I started waffling. Oh god, I've done it again. And I'm well behind on the noises in my ear. We got Herminator for 10 months. Herminator, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the stream. What music do you listen to, says Cup Muglass. As always, go to the Google, type Asuma music blog. Do it right now and you'll find my music blog. Oh, and I got 2 new records to listen to. I've got to buy them first, but what was it? Flower Boy, aka Tyler the Creator, and MF Bloom. I got that email in my inbox while I was away, and I was like, I have to listen to this. That's going to be a cool collaboration. And Kanye dropped another record on Christmas Day. And it's going to be more of the gospel music, and I can't wait to hear it. So looking forward to that. And then I'll write about them on my blog. That's how we got from there to there. What were we talking about? I'm reading chat while I Sam Graham says Death Grips are peak industrial. They've got industrial influences, but industrial music as a whole, I think, peaked in the 90s with stuff like, well, industrial metal, Marilyn Manson, industrial, probably late 80s with some of the prototype stuff like Front 242. But like, now we're really diving into like perspectives on music scenes, right? How you measure it and stuff. Box with Flowers is here for 3 months. Always love that username. Thank you ever so much, Box with Flowers. I appreciate it. Raspberry Beb is here subscribing. We've got Angry Canine for 56. Wait a minute, 56. 46. Wait, whoa, hold up. 36, 48. No, it's 60, isn't it? 4 more months to go. 4 more months to go. Why did I think 56? Probably because of 8s, like 56, 64, 72, that kind of thing. Angry Canine, happy 2020X. Hope it's a good one for you and the rest of the world. Hopefully I can be around the Asumaverse more this year too. I hope you can as well, dude. Thank you so much for the 56 months of support. And in 4 months we will have our first Evil X in chat, I believe. If you are leading the charge. Who is leading the charge, actually? Now I think about it. Look how distracted I'm getting. I was trying to look in chat for a message, someone to tell me what I was waffling on about, because I lose my train of thought, and then I feel all like, oh, I was talking about one thing, now I'm talking about something else. Now I'm going and looking at other things. Jeez, this is just terrible. Let me quickly open my own stream, and let's have a look. Oh, 1,500 people tuning in today. Thank you so much for being here, peeps. Be sure to hit the follow button. Tomorrow we'll be doing some modded Minecraft, so stick around for that. And now that I've got this open, I can bring it out. Or can I? Wait, what am I looking at? This isn't right. Oh, there it is. got the wrong button. Yeah, no, Angry Canine, Athelion, Mega, XLR1, Nick Nasty TV, and May School just behind them. But yeah, Angry Canine and Athelion leading the charge with the 56 months. Gonna be the first to have evil X faces. The coveted, the elusive, the one and only. He's evil, he's also a Suma. You were talking about languages. I was, and it was something specific I was going to say about language, but I can't remember. So we'll probably have to move on, won't we? We could talk about music though. I mean, you got my mind thinking about music now. A couple of people mentioned industrial. See, I spent a lot of time learning, watching documentaries, reading Wikipedia articles, listening to records. I love diving into a music scene once I find out it's for me. And industrial, I'm a big fan of industrial metal. Not so much the actual pure kind of industrial sound, but I really appreciate it and its origin story and stuff like that. And I feel like when it comes to things like that, I'm pretty well versed on what's what. So always happy to talk about that kind of stuff. I enjoy it. If X was a vegetable, what vegetable would he be? Says Rustiel. I'll let you guys answer that. We got Oliver C. Warris here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. El Sour Patch Kitty has subscribed with Prime. Thank you to the both of you. We got Raspberry Beb with a donation saying, have a great 50-50. 50-50, 2020. Thank you so much, Raspberry Beb. I appreciate it, and I hope you're enjoying the stream. I will have a great 50-50, okay? When I'm 30,000. 30,000? My brain doing a fart again. 3,000. No, this makes no sense. 1,000. And, jeez. Numbers. I got confused. Thank you so much. Oddman Out says, I absolutely love music. I go to everything from a noise show with a 5-person crowd to a stadium hip-hop, to hardcore, to pop. Music is the biggest part of my life. Oddman Out. I like it. I like it a lot. I feel the same way. I've been to the Odd Noise show, and I really liked it. I watched this guy come out in a balaclava, and I like that. I was like, oh dear. I was like, here we go. And it was just like this really big, booming kind of noise fest. But it was also shaking the room, and I felt like that was a thing about it that made a lot of sense in the moment, this big noisy atmosphere, but you were also feeling the music physically, as it was just this bombardment of waves that were shaking your body. It was a really cool experience. I liked it. I would like to see more stuff like that as well. Broccoli, says Stephanus at Wampus. I will happily be broccoli. There was someone with a broccoli beanie on the back of their ski pack when we were skiing, and I really liked it. I was like, I like that little cartoonization of broccoli, because broccoli's such a great vegetable. I love it. It's tasty. It's got loads of protein and good and healthy vitamins, nutrients, all that stuff. Love broccoli. Right. Do you prefer vegetables or fruits? Says Shelley. I love both of them. I think both of them are part of a good diet, so I wouldn't pick one over the other, you know. Broccoli was man-made, says Infinite Theum. Don't even know what that means. It wasn't man-made. It's a plant. It grows in the ground. Now I want to eat broccoli for dinner, says Distracted by the Shiny. Me too. I'm having broccoli today. It's Sunday lunch. Daniel Cypher 0710 is here for 17 months, saying, my wife's boyfriend just let me... Wait, your wife's boyfriend just let me borrow his phone to play Candy Crush. Are you saying you are playing Candy Crush? I'm confused. I'm very confused. Thank you ever so much for 17 months of support. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Quant says, I hate broccoli. No, don't hate the broccoli. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Horse says, what do you think of mumble rap? I like it. It's cool. I like it a lot. I also like classic hip-hop. I'm not one of these people, when people are doing something new in music, is going to hate on them or get elitist. You know, there's some bad mumble rap. There's some good mumble rap. It's just like classic hip-hop had its good and its bad moments. I mean, I like it. There's quite a few tracks of mumble rap style stuff that I go to from time to time and listen to it. I haven't been really actively following it too much as of late, but I'm just not into this divide, and it's weird to see it in hip hop of all places. Like, observed like elitism in metal for a long time, just thinking this is nonsense, and never really saw that in hip hop. Hip hop always seemed like a pretty united community until mumble rap came along. It's kind of a bit of a shame that people get so divided over it. We got Kraken05Do for 13 months saying, I haven't had time to watch any live streams recently, but caught you live and now I'm really enjoying it. Keep up the great work. Thank you for the support, dude. I'm glad you're enjoying it today. What he means by man-made broccoli means broccolo was made through selective breeding, like dog breeds. If I recall, broccoli and a bunch of other vegetables came from one plant. Alright, cool. Toucans, thank you for the info. I mean, if you want to say it's man-made, like, probably better to tell that story as opposed to say it's man-made, because man-made is just, you know, is like not quite specific enough. Minecraft is my says, do you like Queen? If you go to my blog, like I said a while ago, maybe you weren't here, I got a music blog. You can go to Google, you can search Assume a Music Blog, and on there, if you type in search, Control F or whatever you search with the device you're using, and type Queen, it will show you that I've written lots about Queen as I've been going through all of their records, and I've been enjoying it. Been enjoying it ever so much. So yeah, on the point of things being like man-made, like what's natural, what's not natural. Like, we are natural, therefore if we then interact with our environment and create stuff, is that not natural too? I mean, I know, like, in our minds there is a distinction for a reason to express, hey, this thing over here happened because we intervened or whatever. But sometimes if you're trying to make a point or be about something, it's kind of also good to recognize that even what we do is in some way natural too, if we're a part of the ongoing process of being in this world, you know. Now what I want to use, but what just happened there? I want to use, wait, I just made slabs. What am I? Jeez, my brain just fired. Leave me alone. What even happened there? Some of you are like, I don't even know what this derp was, but it was amazing. X just got all kerfuffled and I don't even know why. That was the best derp of this year. This decade. Best derp of the decade so far. 2020, get on my level. Assume we're in a banana suit, says PG Monster. I like the idea of that. Broccoli is part of the mustard family. It is? I guess mustard comes from a plant. I wouldn't regard anything made by any animal to be natural, says Cap the Dragon. Anything made by any animal? But animals are natural, are they not? Who knows? Nico the Belgium says, decade starts in 2021. No! No! The decade starts when that number changes. Alright, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's the way it goes. I'll have none of that I watched a Smarty Pants video on YouTube around here, okay? None of that. Oh, I'm messing with you. Right, let's just keep doing what we do, you know? Let's shape the area. I enjoy doing that. Let's bring it out about here. Put in a few cracked bits every now and then, and that's all you need. That's all you need to make your landscape look cool. I like it. I want to make an Assumer in a banana suit skin, says BG Monster X1 fan. It sounds like something that'd be cool with some fan art, you know? Okay. I'm not trying to encourage anyone to make fan art specifically, you know? I mean, it's not like I absolutely love that stuff, but oh no, I absolutely love fan art. It's wonderful. Puts a big smile on my face to know that people want to, you know, take the time to do that, and it's really inspiring and stuff. So don't ever be shy to do that. If you've got an idea in your head, I'll certainly love it. Okay, no one else might. You know, you might show it to a friend and be like, "Who is this weird Doom guy looking fella, and why are you drawing him in a banana suit?" But I'll love it. And the best way to get your fan art to me is via Twitter. If you tweet it at me, I will see it eventually, and I will be saving and sharing it and sending my thanks. Right, where are we with the noises? Feral is here doing cheers and throwing bits, saying, assuming do you have any pets? If yes, please show us. If not, have you ever had one, or are you not a pet person? I had pets when I was a kid. My sister had allergies, so we couldn't keep the pets. And my sister now has a hypoallergenic dog, and he is the sweetest little dog in the world, and he is the cutest, and I love him to death. And I will pick up his poo forever. That cracks me up. Like, you think of, like, you know, feces and whatnot as being like this disgusting, rank thing, but when it's a cute little animal, you realise, do you know what? It's like the same with a baby, right? Like, it's the same with a baby. It's just like, this actually isn't really a big deal. You're worth it. What strange things do we talk about on these streams, eh? Now my phone's going off, and because I've been on holiday, the buzzer is on, and I am unprofessional. You might be able to hear my ringtone. Oh, it's the bog standard Android ringtone. Right, let me turn that off. There we go. It's on buzz now. And okay, I see people are chatting. That's fine. Right, we're all good. We're all good to continue. Babies aren't a big deal. X said so, says Durite is the best block. No, I mean they're poo. Like, oh jeez. All right, the idea of like dealing with someone else's fecal matter is terrible, right? Like, it's one of those things that makes you go, ooh. But then you kind of realise, do you know what? It's not that big a deal. I mean, you'll pick up dog poo if you love the doggy, right? And then you're like, it's not really a big deal. And you clean up after babies. Yeah, babies are the same. Maybe more cuteness factor, says Tony. Yeah. They are cute for it. Cute is such a, like, an interesting evolutionary thing. But then again, kind of not. Like, I think the human experience sometimes makes things feel a little bit more mysterious than they are. Like, it makes total sense that a baby would have mechanics to attract you to take care of it, to reward you for that. Cuteness is what that is, right? Like, they have this innocence, this smile, this sort of like magnetism about them. But that's what it is, because that's what worked. So it kind of feels like all I don't know, like majestic or magical somehow. But if it was something different, it would just be what it is, because it would work. It's kind of a bit of a strange thing to describe. It's like if you compare emotional things to something like maths, it then makes emotions feel all kind of like spooky and mysterious, right? Like, oh, what makes them that way or this way? But yeah, they are what works. Where are we with the noises in the air? Feral, thank you so much for the cheers and bits. I appreciate it. I am Twonky is here for 2 months, saying woohoo. Thank you, Twonky. Baby Tommy is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. I don't think you're allowed to be on Twitch if you're a baby. Okay, I think that's against the terms of service. Messing with you. Let's do it. 135790 says, 1 whole year. Love your videos and streams. Thank you so much, dude. 12 months of support. Goldie face in chat. I appreciate it. Let's do it. We also got Jew Thrakwa. Oh, jeez. I'm going to butcher this name. Jew Thrakwi. For 3 months. Thank you ever so much. I appreciate it. The Super Flying Bat says, X, are you reading chat? No, I don't read chat. In chat, we have a message from Feral saying, wake up, America. Babies manipulator. Wake up! The babies are manipulating us with evolutionary tactics. Free your mind from the cuteness of the baby. Theft Fear TV is subscribing with Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much for the subscription, dude. Appreciate it. And I hope you're enjoying the stream. We are all caught up on those noises in that ear. No, we're not. How to Forrester is subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. I appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Having a good time. And now we are officially all caught up with the noises in the air. Thank you everyone for your tremendous support as always. Let's rip out a bit more of this stuff. And keep developing. I do actually want this slope to be a little less aggressive maybe. We'll figure it out block by block, you know. One block at a time, that's what I say. That's what I say today. Babies run the earth and are responsible for all laziness and procrastination. They are the laziest of creatures, aren't they? Jeez. All they do is poop, eat, and sleep. Sam Sky Magpie. I like names that rhyme. Thank you so much for your subscription. Appreciate your support. I hope you're enjoying the stream. No, not that one. This one. That's what I want to put there. Okay, let's go get more slabs, sandstone, all the stuff that was in my hotbar. Let's get that sorted out. Ugh, look at that inventory. Oh, it's dirty. It's dirty and disgusting. It's sorted out. Babies make wonderful projectiles, though, says Pale Ghost. Let's not go there. Let's not go down the old baby projectile road. Jeez. That's frightening. Bread 3D Butter says, my cat's so lazy I have to clean her dishes. Gosh. How lazy are them? Doesn't even clean its own dishes. I'm guessing it doesn't open the bag either to get the kiddie food, does it? Expects you to do that. Jeez, rude. Babies waste so much money. A child costs 100,000 to raise the age of 18. I wouldn't call that babies wasting money. Like, I mean, we could make a joke out of it like we were a minute ago, right? You were probably making a joke, but serious point. Man, like, there are some things in life that are gonna happen that are a force of nature, and babies is one of them. Death is another. And when industries like rake money out of that, it just seems so cruel. Like, dying and people arriving and people going, in my mind, should be things that like society has high on the list of taking care of, like people's health as well. Yet they are industries that just wrangle money out of people. Like, baby stuff is so expensive, and it shouldn't be. It should be, I don't know, it should be like made, you know what I'm getting at, right? Like, these things should be better taken care of for people in society, but it just seems like somehow it just wrangles all the money out of you having a kid. If X had plushies, would they count as babies? I don't know. They might be little baby X's, perhaps. Did you know that nappies are considered a luxury, says Baby Tommy? Probably depends what country you're in, right? Bread 3D Butter says the joys of capitalism. Yeah, you kind of know what I'm getting at, right? It's like a capitalist thing that that it would be able to exploit the necessity of it. But yeah. Anyway, noises in the air. K Jiver 73 is subscribed with Amazon Prime. Talis Mansa is here for 16 months, saying, I wish I had more time to make more of your streams, but I'm still proud to be a subscriber here. Please keep up the excellent content, X. Talis Mansa, thank you for continuing to subscribe. I appreciate you coming by even when you're busy. You're a busy bee. It's cool, I get it. But yeah, thank you for the support. Appreciate it. We got K Jiver 73 here with cheers and bits, saying first bits given of 2020. That's not actually true, but I appreciate the gesture nonetheless. We had some cheers and bits earlier in the stream as well, but thank you ever so much. Maybe my cheer and bit counter is broken. I don't know. I did not exactly check anything before streaming today. I just kind of clicked all the buttons and hoped it worked like it did in the last decade. The last decade. Oh my goodness me, I'm getting old. We are all getting old together, peeps. X, yesterday I did a birthday party, but it was the year after my birthday. That's how that works, right? I feel like I'm missing something there. I should put more sandstone in occasionally, shouldn't I? Anyway, I don't need to go crazy with detail or anything because it looks kind of good anyway. Let's put in a few of these, just in one or two spots, maybe over there as well. And keep lowering this down until we meet the sand down there. That's what we're going to do. Bring it all the way down the front here. I really like doing this, just kind of landscaping stuff, right? It's just chill, it's easy. It's fun. Let's go the noises, you know, need some of those noises, don't we? Put a couple of sloped bits in as well. Yeah, probably want it to flatten a little bit just out in front of here. So let's make this next bit here kind of on the steep side, I think. So for now, maybe just keep it close is the way to go. Cool, we gotta go sleep in a bed, peeps. That's what we gotta do. That looks kind of dark. Cutlery says, what's your thoughts on this World War III stuff? Okay, I am really quite ignorant to what is happening between Iran and America. I heard about it when I was on holiday. I was like, I'm not here for that. I don't want to look at the news. I'm sick of looking at the news. It's always depressing and dark, and a lot of the time out of my hands, completely irrelevant to me. I have an opinion on war. I think we should do absolutely everything in our power to avoid killing each other. And I think that we are all from different parts of the world. Maybe someone here is from Iran right now. I think we're all part of the big same family known as the human race, and we need to stop finding reasons to kill each other and not get along. It is the people with power. It is where the power is. It's not the people with power. It is the power. I always look at things happening in the world through the lens of where is the power. And it is the concentration of power that allows these things to happen, right? And so for whatever reason, the people yielding the power that can push the button and make the war thing happen, you know, they've managed to get themselves into this situation. And I don't think it's like us versus them, or these people over here have done that. It's just always where the power is. The power's somewhere, and the power causes the problems. And so I in no way want there to be a war at all. I don't want any of that, really. I don't know how to express it. Just, we should do everything in our power to avoid war. And I'm very ignorant to the situation, so I don't know the specifics. I don't know what's being done, but I know that it ain't about these people versus those people, because, as I said, it's not the average ordinary person like you and I going around doing our thing, getting along with one another. It's always where the power is. The power is where the problems are. And so that's about all I can say. I don't know, because like I said, I'm ignorant. I haven't been reading the news. I don't want to. Maybe I will need to if there is actually going to be a war starting. You know, maybe I do need to be informed, but if there's anti-war protests, maybe that's the thing I'll go participate in, right? I believe it is being exaggerated by the news outlets, as fear is equal to profit. The whole World War III thing is outrageous. We've been way closer to World War III in the past, so why is it any different now? Says Bread 3D Bar. I like your point about the news exaggerating things. That's another reason why I don't really want to look and read at the news. Everything's catastrophic all of the time, and it's hard to have a level-headed perspective on it because, yeah, like you said, that kind of thing gets clicks, it sells. What was the second part of that? So, about being close to World War III. I mean, are we close? Are we not? You never really know until it happens. You can say that we were close to World War I and II when those happened, because then they did happen, so therefore they were close. But if it doesn't happen, you don't really know. And there's supposedly like teams of experts with a doomsday clock that reckon that we're on the brink of annihilation all the time, and doesn't really mean anything unless it happens. Then you can be like, alright, you were right. And if it doesn't ever happen, then you'll be like, you're talking nonsense. But like I said, that don't really kind of mean anything until it happens. So I don't really look at it in those kind of terms, right? I look at it more historically. We are technically living in the most peaceful time ever in human history, and if you're living in a war-torn country, saying that don't really mean a lot to you, does it? If you're in one of those regions. But statistically, across our planet Earth, we are living more peacefully, and that is a great thing. It's a wonderful thing. Yes, anti-war protest. I'll participate if there is anti-war protest. It may not do a lot, but I think it's always important that that sentiment is there for sure. I will probably find myself participating if. I mean, you see, because I'm so ignorant to what's going on, I don't even know if like this is a news hype thing or like what's going on. But let's say, yeah, okay, there's a war. Maybe the UK is going to get dragged into it. If that happens during January, I'll be able to go and participate in some sort of protest or whatever. By the way, Menno Fox has subscribed with Amazon Prime as well. Appreciate it. Appreciate it ever so much. Thank you. Zombie Saver says, Asuma, are you Conservative or Labour? I'm not neither, really. I just, when it comes to political stuff and things going on, I always just like, let's talk about it. Let's hear what people think. Let's find out what's going on. I don't like this sticking your flag in the ground, I'm on this side, I'm on that side kind of stuff. So I wouldn't really consider myself part of a party. It just doesn't feel like a thing for me to be like, I'm this group over here. I like being me and discussing and having my opinions and hearing things other people think. I just like that, you know, and not having to stake your claim on anything. Tensions are definitely high between the US and Iran, maybe even at a new high. There's still quite a ways to go for it to be a war between them, I think, and it's certainly not anywhere close to being World War III. Yeah, the sensationalization of things does that, doesn't it? Start throwing World War III around, and yeah, I again, ignorant to the situation. Tensions are high. They're now even higher. That all sounds pretty legit to me. One of the things that I hope prevents a war, this is really weird to say, but the whole nuclear deterrent thing, I think it's really easy to be like, get rid of nukes, nukes are terrible. And of course, the destructive potential of a nuclear warhead is terrible. Does it also have peaceful, or at least peaceful in some respect, potential by being so destructive as well? The idea of mutually assured destruction sounds absolutely terrible, but if you think about how we haven't had a nuclear war so far, there could be a fair argument to say that perhaps that mutually assured destruction is kind of working. And so, if you say Iran were to go to war with America, do Iran have nukes? I'm pretty sure they don't, right? But, like, do you want to start a war with a country that has nuclear warheads? Now, obviously, it could be a pretty unfair thing if you think there is a reason to go to war, or, you know, like, one is the bully and the other is not. But if it prevents a war, it prevents deaths and people dying, maybe like the nuclear deterrent thing in some situations kind of works. Because that's what I think when I hear about this whole Iran and America thing, is like, oh, America has nukes, you know, if you start a war with them, the idea of them launching nukes is pretty terrible. Yeah. Baby Tommy says, I'm pretty sure almost every country has them. Baby Tommy, there are like 250 countries in the planet, and if you go look up the history of nuclear warheads, you'll know that like Russia and America have a lot, and then behind them there are other countries with nuclear programs like France, the UK, Pakistan, I think maybe, no, not Japan, but not every country actually does. There are a lot of countries that don't have nuclear warhead programs. Maybe they do, some of them do secretly. But yeah, and the arsenal sizes means that, you know, America has gazillions and so does Russians, but then some of these other countries that have nuclear programs only have a couple. And apparently Iran does have nukes. So there isn't a crazy amount of countries that have nukes. It is certainly on the smaller side. And then if you look at the concentration of them, it's like America and Russia have like, you know, 80%, and then other countries have a few more behind them. It's not a spread thing. It's not like everyone's got some nukes they can use or whatever. Israel and North Korea also have nukes. Nucleus can be unstable. You kind of have to throw a coin for how much atoms it can push and destroy, says Bombi. The Jubilant Poet says, hey Asuma, when was the last time you saw a kitty? Oh, a little, what, an actual baby kitty cat? Someone is trying to steer the conversation in a different direction. Nuclear warheads war. When did you last see a kitty cat? Totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. I like it. I don't know. I don't know. It's my answer. I just can't remember. I don't remember. I don't recall. X has got no memory of anything at all. Yeah, okay, singing. Singing again, are you? Jeez. Okay, let's sort this out. Let's sort it out. Let's sort it out right now. X sounds like he needs a kitty in his life. Oh, jeez. There you go. America and Russia have 93% of all the nukes in the world, says Petru. Sounds about right. Oh, apparently Iran doesn't have any nukes. Well, it was Iran or Iraq that there's all this stuff about them potentially having a secret nuclear program, and you know, going in and inspectors going over there to find out if they do or they don't, and all of that. I can't remember the specifics, but it was Iraq or Iran, right? Iraq X, says Randy. Thanks. Thank you for correcting my ignorance. Yeah, so let's wrap this up, right? Like, best thing I think to do is to see what's out of your control. And I'm imagining for most people here, unless you're some sort of general in the White House or the equivalent in Iran, right? No one here in that kind of position probably watching an old derp stream, are they? They've got better things to do with their time. But anyway, like, if it's well and truly out of your power, then whatever will happen. If there's something you believe you can do, then either, you know, choose to take a course of action to change, or free your mind of the weight. I know it sounds easier said than done, and perhaps if you're living in Iran or the States, you might feel very differently about that. But if it's out of your control, you know, it's a stressor on you. It's a burden, and if you have no control of it, you can, if you think about it in the right ways, relinquish yourself of that burden, because you realise you have no control over it. So the way it makes you feel is not helpful. So I would look at this. Have I got a spare log? I've probably got one over in the chest over there. My advice would be just to not let it get you down, you know, because a year from now, this, maybe even like weeks or months, you know, it might all just be some thing that happened and now you forgot about it because there ain't going to be World War III, and it de-escalates. So if it's out of your control, don't let it get you. That's like a mindfulness thing that I think about time and time again. I talked about expectations and disappointment, and another thing is what's out of your control. If it's truly out of your control, then it can be a burden on you, feeling distressed or upset about what may or may not happen. But if you can let go of that, it can be a powerful thing. I have... Where was that message? Why did it just jump? Where did it jump to? It totally... that was a nice little message I was going to read, and then it just went totally off the screen somewhere. Someone has a nice white little wabbit. Castro says, what do you think about it? What you could think about is the bushfires in Australia is a bigger threat than the tension between US and Iran. I would definitely think so, but I wouldn't call it a threat. I see what's happening, and again, I've been trying not to look at the news as of late. I've just, things out of your control, just feeling like I don't want those burdens in my head. It looks more like, you know, global warming again becoming more and more of a problem. Not, how did you word it again? A threat. It's not a threat, it's an actualization. It's like, it's here and it's happening. You know, we can deny it or look the other way, but it's more and more of like, okay, this is what we've been talking about for years, and here it is happening. It's actually starting to happen now. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel about that, I guess. The bushfires are a threat against wildlife more than us, but people die too. Yeah, you know, and I'm not like, let's say, To me, it's not about like, oh, it doesn't matter because, you know, oh, the animals, Sodom or whatever. Like, it's not about atoms. It's not about us. It's about the whole picture altogether. One big thing. Planet's changing. It's warming up. These problems are going to happen. People are going to die. Animals will die. When we talk about like the Earth becoming, oh wow, Negative Panda says the smoke has spread to New Zealand. Now they have bright orange skies. Crazy. Timo says, I live in Australia, it's a little scary. I've been lucky with the fires now. I can imagine if you're there, it's incredibly scary, but I guess it depends where as well. If you're near the coast, it's not so bad, right? But again, I'm really quite ignorant to this, all of what's going on, so I can't speak in specifics. Yeah, Ali Cat says, don't worry, the planet will be okay no matter what. That's the point that I get to. Like, we often say, the planet this, the planet that. The planet will be fine. Like, the planet is its own thing. And what we're doing to it, it'll get through. It'll still be here. The planet will still be here. But all of the living things on it, we are changing our environment to exist in. And we're changing it for our animal friends and for ourselves. And that could have drastic consequences for us. The planet lives on. I mean, the planet is just... When you know the size and scale of it, and you think about how... Even the surface, even mountains, right? I was surrounded by mountains, okay? I was out skiing, and the beautiful thing about skiing is that there are these just gorgeously shaped mountains covered in snow and trees. Like, the trees are almost like a temporary thing growing on them, because if you saw the mountains move, if you saw time at a faster speed, I'm talking gazillions times faster, the mountains shift up and down. The crust of the earth is a constantly changing thing. But we live in a smaller time scale, so we don't see them like that. We see mountains as static things. But when you're up there skiing through them and they move around you as you make your way down, it kind of makes you think about that. It makes you sort of see it a little bit in your mind that the mountains are alive too. But the mountains, these massive things that they're incredible, they're awe-inspiring. You stand at the bottom one, you look up, it goes up into the sky. They're like nothing compared to how deep the earth goes. And then think about all of that activity underneath the earth. In the magma in the core. That is like a whole other world that's colossally larger than the surface of activity and things going on that then forge the shape of what happens up on the surface. What we're doing up here on the surface ain't going to change all that stuff down there in the core, is it? You know? Like, the planet goes on. This little margin, this little sliver of possibility we exist in, that's what we're messing with. We're messing with it, peeps. Is this a science lesson, says Cloudy Boy? Nah, it's just me waffling. It's just a waffle. That's all it is. In my last semester of bachelor's in geology, and I am so happy to hear how well versed you are in geosciences. I'm probably not that well versed. I appreciate you, your enthusiasm and all of that. I will say I'm probably not that well versed. I know the basics, right? But I couldn't tell you too much specifics about the mantle and the core and all of that. I just kind of know the basic ideas, right? For me, it's like the perspective of it, though, right? You know, when you zoom out into the solar system or like the galaxy, then there's this giant magma and core we were just talking about being the main part of our planet, and what we see up here on the surface just being like this sliver. Then that just becomes a dot in something bigger, in these other bigger forces. It's incredible. Comes a blink, a speck, a footnote. There is no core, Earth is flat, says iWin Sheet. I was listening to a podcast with who was it? I can't remember actually who it was, but I really liked... Oh, I know who it was. Good old Vsauce. I love that guy. I love the way he presents his information. When you listen to him on a podcast, and you get a little bit more about what's behind his presentation of information, you realise what a well thought out guy he is. He was talking about flat Earth a little bit and pointing out that what science does is reduces our uncertainty to an incredible position, right? Like, you can't ever really fully prove anything, but we can reduce uncertainty, I think was the way he worded it. And all of the science and stuff that we have really reduces the uncertainty that it would be a different shape. that it would basically be a sphere, or to get more specific from the point of a sphere, a oblate spheroid, you know. And even then, it's not a perfect oblate spheroid because, as you know, the surface is full of mountains and stuff. But yeah, so the problem is, like, we have all of this science to reduce uncertainty, but then when you question it and start going, well, what if the world is actually flat? The science, like, things like gravity and stuff don't work with it. Like, alright, so you think the world is flat, then the models of gravity that we've used to do all these things, like make planes fly and make towers stand and not fall over, right? All of that stuff that makes that happen tells us the world is a sphere or an oblate spheroid. If you apply those things that clearly work in our environment to the flat Earth idea, gravity doesn't work well on a flat Earth. It just doesn't make any sense, you know? You have all sorts of problems that we don't see. All sorts of problems. So you'd have to build like an entirely different model, and it would just be so difficult to make a model that would work to say Earth is flat, but we can make, you know, aeroplanes fly and whatnot. It just doesn't work out like that. But there is gravity in Minecraft. There is gravity in Minecraft, isn't there? I go downwards, but that block doesn't. Wait a minute, is there gravity in Minecraft? Hang on. Gravity is a lie. There is, it's an illusion, peeps. Open your third eye. It is an illusion. Also, everything else we observe is a sphere, but the Earth is flat, says Sage Duranel. Great point. Absolutely great point. You know, alright, we're flat, but if literally every other object in space, sphere. You know, gravity and spheres go together really well. And what we know about gravity means we have planes and whatnot, like I said a moment ago. So you have to pull apart like a real big model of stuff that works to go, oh, the Earth is flat. Then you've got to come up with a whole new system, and I don't think anyone has actually managed to do that, right? Managed to make a model that works for both. Aeroplanes are a conspiracy, says Davis. Oh! Conspiracies are a conspiracy. Shut up, you. We got a noise in the ear from Shizuku 3158 for 19 months in a row, saying we will one day be gone. The Earth will one day be gone. We are too small to care these stuffs. So why don't you just take good care of yourself? That's how I see life. Shizuku, I feel like that on some levels. Like, I feel like you should take care of yourself first sometimes. That's why, you know, I sort of tune out of the news a lot. Like, don't want to be that informed. I need to take care of myself first. I think it's a fair point to make that, you know, you get this sliver of life, and in the grand scheme of things, everything is temporary and not here forever. So enjoy your time. I think that's a great way to look at it. But also, isn't there something great about taking care of each other and taking care of our things and therefore the planet? Like, part of being a human is being compassionate towards other humans and wanting to help one another. It's a huge part of why we got to where we are, why we have these big societies, is because we can work together. And there is joy to that. And it's probably, again, just like an evolutionary thing, right? Like, that we get joy from that. But I say focus on that joy. Focus on the fact that it can be a good thing to take care of the environment, and maybe then for future generations. Like, if we all focused on ourselves in this moment and just went, sod it, forget renewable energy and all of that, then, you know, future generations wouldn't enjoy what we enjoy. And I think part of life will be passing it on to future generations, right? The whole cooperative thing. Isn't the Earth just a big carrot, says Master Clan? It's a big carrot and it's about to get eaten by a big bunny. Alright, a big space bunny. I believe I've got a bigger responsibility to make lives after me better and lives around me better, even if I lose joy. As long as more people are happy than sad around me, I'm happy, says Rice Lights. I like that attitude a lot, and I feel a bit of that myself. I listen to podcasts, as you probably know, mention that all the time, from smart people around the world. I was listening to one yesterday about a guy who makes flying cars and all kinds of crazy cool stuff. Big learning platforms. What was the other things he did? He made one of the first autonomous vehicles. And he was talking about his passion for wanting to make the world a better place. And I feel a lot of that passion, I just don't know where to put it, right? Like, I feel like I want to be one of those people who comes up with some ingenious invention to make the world a better place. Maybe one day I'll figure out how to do that. Like, maybe I can set myself on a path where I can engineer or build something. I don't know. I don't know what it would be, but I like that energy. That's a great energy, I think. And so, if you want to live selfishly for yourself, you can do that by living for others as well. Because it is rewarding to do things that are good for others, you know. And that's something we should focus on more, I think. Right, let's doobly-doop-de-doop. Where are we at here? Let's take assessment of what needs to be done here to make this look good. Yeah, I think we're gonna come into a point here where we've transformed this landscape pretty well for now. Oh, let's actually get up in the sky and see our progress so far. The scariest person in the world is the vegan anti-vaxxer flat earther Scientologist Trump supporter, says Zambarbo. I mean, you just hot-loaded a lot of stuff into there. One I would say is, what is wrong with being vegan? If you want to eat veggies and avoid the animal products, what's wrong with that? That's your choice. That ain't harming anyone, is it? Right. I'm going to just do a bit more down the front here. The best inventions are the obvious ones, says Sam Graham Lee. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably so, isn't it? That's kind of what this guy was talking about in this podcast, about inventing stuff. He was like, he was saying that in his field of science and like academia, that a lot of people would compete over these like high concepts. But he said, like, some of the things that have the biggest impact are the things that just the everyday person understands, which I thought was really cool. So yeah, that makes so much sense. A lot of sense. Ah, look, it's getting steep here. It's getting steep. That's not quite what I was trying to do, but okay. Let's put that one there. Like the toilet, says Tomo. The toilet came up in that conversation, funny enough. Having a moment of deja vu here, yeah. The flushing toilet, huge game changer, right? It's so common now, you barely look at your flushing toilet and go, I love the person that made that. Oh, but I bet if you lived through the flushing toilet and what you had to do before it, you'd know that person's name, wouldn't you? You'd be like, give them a medal, you know? Thank you for the flushing toilet. Can we just take a moment to thank whoever made the flushing toilet? We don't know who you are, but we appreciate you nonetheless. So wasn't I earlier talking about poop in the live stream? As you do, talking about poop. Just saying how it ain't a big deal to clean up poop from a dog or whatever. Maybe it wasn't a big deal to clean up your own poop. Maybe it's not as bad as you think it was, right? You know, I'm gonna leave you with a thought, okay? You can say I'm being a little bit what's the word? Childish? Nah, childish isn't fair. Let's not put this on children. You'll know what I mean. But if you were to be covered in poop, if somehow projectile poop were to come your way, would you rather it be your own or someone else's? That is a question for you. Immature, thank you, Violent Grace. I'm definitely being a little bit immature. But that is the question of the day. Okay? And everyone says their own. Point being, it's probably not as bad to clean up your own mess as you think, right? So maybe the flushing toilet... Okay, whoever invented the flushing toilet, you're making us lazy. Oh, we should be tidying up after ourselves, I tell you. That's the problem with this society. Not tidying up after yourself. You learn a lot of lessons scooping your own poop. Oh, this was the Immature stream today. Okay, you get one of these every now and then. It doesn't help that I'm eating right now, says It Be Plushy. Do you know what? Sometimes I get like spooked by nasty stuff. Someone saying it, watching something, and it's gross or whatever when you're eating, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm watching something disgusting in a documentary and I'm just like, I'm hungry. I don't care what's on the screen right now. Alright peeps, we have reached our time limit for today's stream. I've got to get on the bike and head out of here. So massive thank you to everyone for tuning in today. I appreciate your support as always. Thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. What are we doing? I'm clicking on all the buttons and clicking the wrong one. There it is, end of the stream. Thank you everyone. If you'd like to stick around and be a part of a raid, we'll be doing a raid right now. Before you head out of here, be sure to hit the follow button, because I'll be streaming some modded Minecraft tomorrow. That is the plan. There is a recommendation here for someone playing Minecraft, so I'm just going to send you to them since no one I know is currently streaming. Okay, here we go. We're doing a raid. Massive thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered as always. I appreciate your support. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you to all of my Patreons. I now have a channel that we are going to raid, Mr. Geoff. No idea who I'm sending you to, but I hope you enjoy their stream nonetheless. Thank you peeps. I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.